Bizarre Brain Comics. Naughty Spawn, you face the tick! Hello, friends. Gary here for Bizarre Brain Comics. This is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and then examine the stories and the art. And as you can probably tell by my little blue friend here, I'm going to talk about The Tick from 1988. NEC, that's NEC, New England Comics, The Tick, #1, by Ben Edlund. And most of you by now have probably at least heard of The Tick, even if you've never seen or read any of the comics, because there haven't been a whole lot of the comics. So let's see what the big book of knowledge has to say about our blue buddy here. Here we go. The Tick, #1. New England Comics, 1988, by Ben Edlund. Okay, this was the first book published by NEC. NEC was, which is New England Comics, was a chain of comic book shops in Massachusetts. The Tick started as a drawing by Ben, posted in one of the stores, and he developed from there. He's a fictional, humorous comic book character created by Ben Edlund in 1986, and he was used as a newsletter mascot for NEC, and he is a parody of superheroes, of the superhero genre. He had an animated TV series on Fox in 1994, and to date has had 2 live-action TV series, and neither of which have gotten very far. But everyone seems to like The Tick. I think he's funny. It's a parody across the board. Just an independent publication, and like the Turtles, took on a life of its own. But because of other career choices, Ben Edlund has done almost nothing or very little with The Tick in years, unless he's behind the dealing with the newer TV series. So let us take a trip to the city and find out what happens with The Tick. There we go, The Tick. You can see that bold, solid black background on the illustration for the first issue. Smash, first issue. Smashing, all right. And, of course, the comic itself is in black and white, so you only see The Tick in his blue here, and he's got a Viewmaster around his, hanging around his neck. Don't know if he used that in the cartoon at all or not. And here's the back cover, so kind of previewing some of the characters and stuff that's to happen in future issues. It was very irregular in its publications, at least as far as I could tell in the early days, but he was very popular. It got so that copies were difficult to come across. Okay, and it was created by Ben Edlund. And Ben Edlund, he was born in 1968, and he's an American cartoonist, TV producer, writer, director. And possibly the Tick TV show, animated series, was a springboard for him to get into the TV industry. I presume it probably was. Gave him contacts at least. And that was in the 90s, he collaborated with filmmakers to make the film Crawley, and again on Venture Brothers. And it was an animated series. And he worked with Joss Whedon on the Firefly series and on the Angel series. That's Angel the Vampire, spinoff from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He wrote and produced the Point Pleasant series and the second season of the animated Clone Wars. And for 2 years, he wrote, produced, and directed on the Supernatural series, then moved to Revolution and Gotham, etc. In Supernatural, the Supernatural series, you could almost usually spot an episode that he wrote. Because I used to watch that show all the time, and I would see his name come up in the credits, and then when it said written by Ben Edlund, I always knew it was in for something a little stranger than normal, and usually slightly tongue-in-cheek. He has a bit of a flair for the more humorous aspects of it. Okay, the Tick. TikTok. That's kind of natural. Here we see first splash page is a close-up of the Tick in a padded room and a straitjacket. I'm bored. Bored. This place has become confining somehow. I feel restrained because it's all told in first person. And yet, I sense my destiny is at hand. Things are changing, and a brilliant idea comes to me. I will leave this place. Of course, you don't know how he left that place, but he's just suddenly elsewhere. The city calls to me. It cries to me of its need. Here he is bounding. Just one panel, you don't actually see him, but then we see him, boom, as he leaps from one rooftop to another. Because, yes, we don't really know the real origin of the Tick, who he is. He's amnesiac. He has no memory before being the Tick. And he does have superpowers. And he goes bounding from building to building, looking for crime. I especially like the part about dancing across rooftops. And then he just, takes a leap and falls, bounces off the cornice of a building. Says, I am a Tick. And he's only slightly dazed. There's crime here. I can smell it. And he takes his Viewmaster, and he thinks it's his secret crime detector gizmo. And he says, ooh, the age of dinosaurs. Ooh, click, 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 click. And then after his fall, the building he's sitting on starts to crumble. At least the rooftop does. And he crumbles, you can see here. And some good storytelling in this. But you can see Ben Edlund's artwork, at least at this point in time, is, it's not bad, but it is slightly, somewhat amateurish, but it's, right on the edge of probably being professional. But since was getting paid for this, I guess that made him professional. You can see these ninjas in the room directly below him, assaulting someone, having someone. You cannot keep the truth from ninja. And crash, he falls through. I think my secret crime viewfinder is broken. Click, click, click. Because so the ninjas attack him. I thought that roof would hold me. Wait a minute. You guys are all ninjas. And he's a little slow on the uptake. But his visual storytelling, like right here, good pacing, good visual storytelling there, like right out of Will Eisner's book. And they just go to work on him and whack, 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 attack him, and don't phase him at all. All right, you guys, I've had enough. He started whack. And the old guy who was the prisoner says, help me. Sorry, citizen, there's crime out there and I've got to fight it. Instead, realizing that he was right there in the midst of crime. And he jumped out the window. And one ninja says to the other, well, jump. Well, he jumps and he's click, click, click as he still falls, click. I'll bounce off that flagpole and flip to safety. Whoops. Wub, 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 wub. The flagpole breaks off and still wobbling around as he falls until he comes crashing to the ground right through the pavement. Ouch! That one hurt. And the thing's still going wub, 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 wub. Wait a minute. Here's this homeless guy there. What the hell are you? I am a superhero. Oh. No. I guess you would be after living through that fall. You're invulnerable? No. I am nigh invulnerable. Nigh? What the hell's nigh? And here come the ninjas leaping down after him. If you're a superhero, then why aren't you out saving the world? And then splat. Crunch, crunch. And what's that costume? Costume? The ninjas go splat. You some kind of roach? A roach? Some kind of what? I am not a roach. I am a tick. Oh, geez, that means you suck blood? Ticks suck blood, don't they? Say, you're the guy that broke out of that insane asylum. He recognizes him. Must have been in the papers. No. What a screwball. And if you're a tick, why are you blue? No more talking. I'm bored. And he takes off, throws the guy aside. And now this is neat because it's a take on Hopper's classic painting, Nighthawks. It's exactly the same except he inserted the tick. And the tick's there having his cup of coffee or whatever. He says, are you some kind of weirdo? No, I'm a tick. You're a bug? A tick. Hey, they're arachnids. Everyone's arguing with him about being a tick. And this guy here says, oh, do you suck blood? I got a straw. Want me to give you a demonstration? Suck, 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 suck. And they're still talking about him being a tick. Being a tick, it isn't a problem. It's an honor. Go, suck, 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 suck. Intimidates the guy. And then suddenly, all bubbly-eyed, he must have been sucking through that straw too hard, passed out. Here he comes too, blacked out again. He's in the dark, don't know where I am. Must be the inside of a whale. So he thinks he's inside a whale. He's going, great Scott, someone's in the tunnel and the train's coming. Here's this guy, and obviously supposed to be Clark Kent. Sitting out, waiting for the train. He can't risk revealing his secret identity to change, so no one's looking, he jumps down, runs in. Here's the tick, still thinking he's inside a whale. Goes, starts, quick, citizen, we're almost out of time. I've got a gigantic well-dressed digestive enzyme. I am in a whale. He's just so stupid. No. You're on the train track. Here comes the train. And then, boom. whap, blah, 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 as they go rumbling, the train goes rumbling over them, and then carries them along to a trail, an elevated track, and where they fall off. Boom, boom. So, you're invulnerable too, huh? I'm nigh invulnerable. Oh, good, it's late. Oh, good, I'm late. He has to get to work. Wait. Clark? You forgot your hat. He goes off to work. And there's a nice pin-up page of the Tick with silly little toy gun. Your friend, the Tick. And that is the end of the first installment of the Tick. Next is High-Rise Hijinks. So this is well before he picked up his friend. I've forgotten his sidekick's name. He was a moth. Everyone thought he looked like a bunny, and and that's it. That is it for our introduction to the Tick. I enjoy it. I've only seen parts of the animated series and the original live action series. I haven't seen the new one at all, but I enjoy it. Of course, there's parodies of Wonder Woman and Batman in there with Der Fledermaus and American Made and the like. But it's all good fun. A fun parody of the comics and the superhero genre in general. Shows you not to take your stuff too seriously. Okay, that's all I've got for the Tick. Thank you for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and remember, even the Tick is art. Spoon!